The murder of JonBenét Ramsey, a young child beauty pageant queen, became one of the most famous, complex, and enduringly unsolved murder cases in U.S. history. It occurred on the morning of December 26, 1996, in Boulder, Colorado, and instantly captivated public attention, media, and amateur sleuths worldwide due to the mystery and shocking details surrounding the case. 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey was found deceased in the basement of her own family's sprawling home, hours after a 911 call reporting her abduction. The case has been marked by contradictions, investigative missteps, and numerous unanswered questions. To this day, it remains an open wound for the Ramsey family and a source of fascination for those who follow true crime. On the morning of December 26, 1996, Patricia "Patsy" Ramsey, JonBenét's mother, made a frantic 911 call. She reported that her daughter was missing and that she had found a 2.5-page ransom note on the staircase in their home. The note demanded $118,000 and warned against contacting the police or friends, threatening to execute JonBenét otherwise. What was particularly unusual about the ransom note was its length, that it was written with a pen and paper found within the Ramsey home itself, and its peculiar wording, which struck many as theatrical or mocking. The amount demanded, $118,000, notably matched a bonus John Ramsey had recently received that year. Police arrived at the scene and initially advised the family to await a call from the kidnappers. However, standard abduction protocol for thoroughly searching the premises was not immediately followed. Over 8 hours after the initial 911 call, John Ramsey, JonBenét's father, was instructed by police to search the house himself. It was then that he discovered JonBenét's body, covered by a blanket, in a small wine cellar room in the basement. Her body showed signs of severe trauma. She had been strangled with a garrote, and her skull had a severe fracture from a blow to the head. Evidence also suggested she might have been sexually assaulted. The discovery of JonBenét's body in the home just hours after the abduction report profoundly complicated the investigation and immediately turned suspicion towards the Ramsey family members themselves. Her father John, her mother Patsy, and her 9-year-old brother Burke Ramsey. The initial handling of the crime scene was heavily criticized. Authorities failed to properly secure the area, allowing friends and relatives to enter the house, potentially contaminating crucial evidence. The media attention on the case was immense. Images of JonBenét in her child pageant attire were broadcast globally. The family's perceived lack of initial cooperation with police, their quick retention of legal counsel, and the bizarre nature of the ransom note led the public to heavily scrutinize their innocence. Boulder police primarily focused their investigation on the Ramseys, given the lack of forced entry into the home and the peculiar nature of the ransom note. The relationship between the family and the police became extremely contentious, with the Ramseys initially refusing formal interviews and quickly hiring private investigators and attorneys. Over the years, the case became a hotbed of competing theories. Intruder theory. The Ramsey family consistently maintained that an outside intruder broke into their home and murdered JonBenét. However, police found no definitive signs of forced entry. Family theory. Police initially believed a family member was either directly responsible or involved in a cover-up. Theories varied, from Patsy accidentally killing JonBenét in a fit of rage, to Burke accidentally killing his sister during a fight, with the parents then attempting to cover it up. However, forensic evidence has shifted the case multiple times. In 2008, the Boulder District Attorney formally apologized to the Ramsey family, stating that DNA evidence found under JonBenét's fingernails and on her underwear, believed to belong to an unknown male, did not match any member of the Ramsey family. This unknown DNA pointed to an outside perpetrator. Despite this compelling DNA evidence pointing to an unknown killer, the case remains unsolved. No one has ever been arrested or charged based on this DNA. New theories and suspects have emerged over the years, and the case has been re-examined using more advanced forensic techniques, but a definitive identification of the killer has yet to be made. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains one of the most heartbreaking and contentious cold cases in U.S. criminal history. It leaves a legacy of profound grief for the Ramsey family, who faced intense public and media scrutiny, and an enduring mystery that continues to haunt legal experts and the public alike. The case serves as a critical lesson in crime scene management, the evolving role of DNA evidence in investigations, and the profound impact of intense media coverage. The death of a little girl in her own home, combined with a strange ransom note and conflicting evidence, makes the JonBenét Ramsey case a symbol of an unsolved puzzle and a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the complex nature of crimes that continue to await resolution.